Hello, everybody. Welcome into the Rockies Now podcast. We are a Colorado Rockies podcast, and this is the Rockies recap for Game 2 or the series finale against the Houston Astros down in Mexico City. I am one of your co-hosts, Tom, and let's get into this recap here. Now, I wish I was coming to you talking about a possible Rockies split between the Houston Astros, but unfortunately, that is not the case. Excuse me, as the Rockies lost this game by a score of 8-2. So let's get into it. Now, of course, the game started out good. Astros got the jump on on Austin Gomber early in the first inning for 2 runs. The Rockies responded in the bottom of the second with 2 more of their own off of Framber Valdez. The Astros added 1 in the third and 1 in the fourth to make it 4-2. And the Rockies hung on, it stayed that way until, of course, the Astros added 4 runs of insurance in the top of the 8th inning, and that was all we can muster. Now, Austin Gomber tonight, he was very good. He gave us the innings that you definitely would have liked, or not necessarily needed, but would definitely like. He went 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, 4 earned runs, he had only 2 strikeouts, and he gave up the 3 home runs. But again, he was good. And when in a situation like that, when you can give your ball club that much length in terms of innings and only allow that many runs, let's say 4 or less, you give your team a chance, and that's what he did. Unfortunately, our offense could only muster 2 runs tonight. Also pitching on the mound tonight with Jake Bird. He went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 4 earned runs, and he had 2 walks. And then Nick Mears came on for an inning and a third. He gave up just a hit and had scored and gave up no more runs. And like I said yesterday on the recap episode for Game 1, Framber Valdez, if we could get to him early, we could definitely have a chance. The Rockies did get to him early, like I said. They scored 2 runs on him, but unfortunately, their bullpen, it was solid. I mean, it surprised me a little bit that late in the game that Joe Espada decided to go to his 2 best relievers to close us out. But I guess maybe either he wanted to get them work, because I'm not sure when last time those 2, Presley and Hader, pitched, or he just wanted to secure this for sure and leave Mexico City with a 2-game series victory. So in addition to Framber Valdez, Montero, Bobby Abreu, Ryan Presley, and of course the closer Josh Hader pitched for the Astros. They were excellent in 4 innings pitched. After Framber Valdez went 5, they gave up no earned runs. Like I said, our offense was just stifled by the Astros pitching. And of course, they're just showing, even without Dusty Baker, and they've had a horrible start to the season, they're still a formidable team. Probably a team to still keep an eye on, because again, we're only just wrapping up the first month of the season, so there's still a team that has talent. They've got guys who are veterans and know how this game is played, know how to get through the grinds of a long season and how to get through rough stretches. So we shall see how that evolves. Okay, for the Rockies tonight, only one guy got a multi-hit game. That was Elias Diaz. He went 2 for 4 and scored 1 of the runs. And I got to tell you, he's having a good season. Just looking at some of the guys who are batting at the top line, looking at Tovar, he has an OPS. Now, he had a rough series here in Mexico City, but he currently has a 758 OPS. Bretton Doyle with an 873 OPS. Ryan McMahon is 859, and Elias Diaz with a 763 OPS. Those are 4 guys who, after 1 month, they're doing good. They're swinging the bat well. Diaz has been getting outside of catching because, again, Jacob Stallings caught tonight. Even on nights that he doesn't catch, he's still getting some at-bats at the DH. So Bud Black is giving him the opportunities. And again, those are 4 guys we should definitely keep an eye on to see if they continue to swing the bat well. And as the All-Star voting gets closer and closer, those guys are going to be on the ballot. So something for us Rockies fans to keep an eye on when it comes to voting. Maybe Diaz can go back to his 2nd consecutive All-Star game, or McMahon, Doyle, and Tovar can make it to their first. So that is a wrap on that as far as things going. Also, tonight you see that. So that's a wrap on how the game goes. So overall, like I said in last night's recap for Game 1, it's great to play games internationally. It was fun to see the Rockies play a game outside the United States and enjoy the extra exposure on an international level. They're always fun. It's nice to see teams play in other cities, whether it's your team or a different team. I enjoyed watching the London series. That's really awesome to see the teams play over there. The series in Korea between the Padres and the Dodgers was fun. And it would be nice to see. I did hear a rumor that the Major League Baseball is looking to set up a series in Japan, and possibly, I heard this again. This is through the rumor mill. Nothing confirmed. Don't take my word for this. Don't quote me on this. It would be interesting to see if there is a series in Germany. I did hear a rumor that is a possibility. Again, it is only in early stages, but we'll see how that one plays. out. Okay, others. Okay, oops, excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, other scores around baseball around the National League West tonight. The Padres lost to the Philadelphia Phillies by a score of 8-6. The Arizona Diamondbacks defeated the Seattle Mariners by a score of 3-2. The San Francisco Giants defeated the Pittsburgh Pirates by a score of 3-2 as well. And the Los Angeles Dodgers, let me just double check their score. Hold on for 1 minute. They lost to the Toronto Blue Jays by a score of 3-1. So there's your scores around the National League West. And there's a couple things going. So another thing on the Philadelphia Phillies victory today, they completed a sweep there of the San Diego Padres. They are now currently on a 4-game winning streak. And I'll mention something else. And also in the division, the San Diego Padres are ironically on a 4-game losing streak. Okay, so just to give you a heads up on the next series for the Rockies, tomorrow, Monday, is an off day for the Rockies. They will be traveling on a 6-game road trip. They will have a 3-game series in Miami to take on the Marlins on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And here's one more thing I'd like to mention. The Marlins, they are currently in a pretty big slump. They are on a 6-game losing streak. And currently they are 6-23, one less than the Rockies. The Rockies are a little lower winning percentage than the Rockies. The Rockies are now 7-21. So hopefully the Rockies can go into Miami and really take advantage of the slump that the Marlins are in and really take it to them and possibly get a series. And I shouldn't say possibly, hopefully, again, let's hope here they can get a series victory down in South Florida. And then after, of course, and then continue on the road trip next weekend. After the Rockies complete the 3-game series in Miami, they will head off to Pittsburgh to play the Pittsburgh Pirates on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So those are your future games to keep a look at. Steven will have the call on the recap for the games against the Marlins. I will be back for you guys next weekend to give the recap series of against the Pirates. Excuse me. Sorry, I can't speak. And then so again, it was nice to see the Rockies recap a little bit. It was nice to see the Rockies have an international series down in Mexico City. Would have loved to have a series victory or a series split, but unfortunately that was not the case. So we shall see how that goes. Again, it was I'll recap on what I saw in the series. I was not able to watch the game today because the blackout promise. So my MLB.TV subscription did not allow me to watch today's game. It said, you are blacked out from international games. I was able to watch yesterday's game because MLB Network was broadcasting the game, but blackouts, of course, for Major League Baseball are still an issue. So that's an unfortunate bummer. But based on what I saw as of late, some guys, like I said, I mentioned 4 guys who are starting to swing the bat well. Some guys still need extra work. We'll just have to wait and see how things goes. Again, it is frustrating, especially when you go into a series with the same record as the team that you're playing, and now we come out with a worse record than the team we were playing. But the Astros, they've got the track record. They have, even though they're struggling, they have guys who know how to endure rough stretches and make it and get them out of them. But unfortunately for us, so again, I think we got a good pitching performance from Austin Gomber. I did like a lot of the at-bats. There were some good, solid professional bats, especially in the first game, which I was able to see. And, like I said, in both games, we hung in there for a bit. We were able to give the Astros a bit of a challenge, but at the end of the day, they just were too much. Their offense in particular was just too much for us, and they just really put it to us, and we're able to get the 2-game series victory. Okay, so that'll do it for the Rockies recap episode. Rockies recap of Game 2 against the Houston Astros and the series down in Mexico City. So, like I said, off day tomorrow. We will resume. Steven will be on the call for the Game 1 for the series against the Miami Marlins in South Florida. So please be sure to subscribe to all of our social media pages: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, and our Threads page. And be sure to click subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can enjoy these live streams, or of course watch or rewatch the episodes as they're released onto Twitter, X, and YouTube. And my Twitter X handle is just down there below. Be sure to click down there if you want to follow me, or send me a direct message if you want myself, or even Steven to answer a question that you have about the Rockies or baseball in general on a future episode of the podcast. Please send a message. Or if you just want to have a baseball conversation in general, I'm always open to that. So just feel free to drop it down, or of course, keep an eye out for any announcements that we have in the future. So like I said, that'll do it. Have a great rest of your night. Have a great week, everybody. And as always, go Rockies.